Tremendous work there by Sociable with the Bulldog. And Yedajay, so good. He just always seems to come up with these big multi-kill rounds when Foot needs them. That one right there, just really clean.
It's another really strong start for Sociable as well on Fracture. Trying to get that orbital strike online very quickly.
Good point.
Seems like NRG wary of a potential Southside crunch. Yedajay is going to go on a walkabout. He's going to continue to scale forward. Slotted here against the wall. Toggles the camera. He's able to spot it out. And they're not going to have the read at all! As Yedajay finds 3. The Neural Theft spotting out the 2 remaining players. But Foot now so well favored to convert this bonus. Cristali pushing forward. The tripwire in position. Is Kiko going to be one away from a run it back? If he can find one more kill, might feel like he has to commit it, that he can commit it into this round to try to get the conversion, but he will not be able to find that elimination. Scuba trying to isolate them and pick them apart, but he cannot. 3-0 start from Foot, and it looks like that momentum has indeed carried forward.
Well, he does it again. Another massive ulti kill for Yedajay. And they just don't quite read off of that cam. He's got so many tricky setups. You know, the desk was talking about, Billy was talking about how annoying he is in tower, but this one catches him off guard as he slots forward. And he's so annoying on that Cypher. Every piece of util, you never know if there's going to be him or somebody else playing off of it. Now you can go into the Outlaw for Sop. They're going to buy a little bit of time there. Quick haunts exchange, so Foot going to be pretty well aware, and they're going to be quickly rotating up on the north side.
A quick spawn out, double dash up in a tower. It's a very fast wraparound for Mata.
There.
As Cage will drop, Ethan going to be spotted in the corner. Tagged up, Cristali just holding down M1, trying to find that elimination, but it's going to be Yedajay just running and gunning to find the enemy IGL. Spike brought forward onto the site, but no closer to really getting this plant enacted. They're going to try to commit for it now, but the players are just getting picked apart. Planted in the corner, as Brock will just be able to find 2 kills with a right click. A little bit of damage, trying to slow down this balloon of the economy, but it's still going to be that 4-0 start in NRG. We might be looking at another early timeout call from Bunkar on the other side.
Yeah, I would think so. This is just really good stuff from Foot. They're so fast to rotate. They're so fluid on this map, and that's exactly what Fracture needs. That's what defenders need to do. One of the things I kind of was worried about with
Bambino,
yeah,
feeling confident that they have the read.
Absolutely. But one of the things that some teams kind of rely on in this map is like holding the line with the Cypher and the Brim and doing things like that. And I think Foot got a little too passive, gave maybe Vitality a little bit too much respect, like what we're seeing here. Making those early reads, making those aggressive push outs to try to get info quick. They're doing it again here. Deep Haunt at Tree. This time, NRG. And so try to confuse them by going to the other side off of that. See if they can find any purchase, but Trip here. Set up for Yedajay to give them a little bit of extra info. Mata calling it out. Kiko already has his ult, so doesn't need the orb.
Stop at the moment. Staring in towards halls. As there's the tripwire cleared. Yedajay trying to keep him protected. Sop's just going to be tucked into the corner now, scouted out, spotted. Slips the net though. He updrafts up over the top towards Dish side. Meanwhile, it's just going to be a 1-for-1 as Yedajay does get taken down, but Sop is rewarded. The snap back on the ultimate. He found Kiko, but Scuba will be able to find Zeus. Intercepts him now, swapping the weapons as the spike gets planted. Ooh. That wasn't even a snapback. Either way. Cristali picked apart. It's just going to be 3 players strong over in halls. As this is pretty much impossible to break. I mean, if you had the orbital strike now, you feel pretty decent about the odds, but needs to be able to find that first kill, and he cannot. Mata will be able to find that 3K. The operator able to be carried forward, and this was a big all-in gamble from NRG that ends up paying off.
But it almost doesn't. What a play here from Sop. I mean, yes, NRG gets the round. Nice work by Mata to lock down the post plant, but that maneuver there to deal with the Phoenix ult, dude, oh my God. That was incredible movement from Sop.
felt like that was going to be the round-winning play, but
yeah,
NRG still able to persevere. Their own orbital strike now going to be online as well as a Nightfall.
And Mata's one away from a convergent path. But with all this pressure Foot's been creating, making it a little bit difficult to find that early orb quickly. A rethink of ideas. Of course, with that op there as well. You can always look to that to just give you that ult and have it for the post plant potentially. There they go.
Nightfall just going to be connecting onto the one. J backpedaling deeper into Canteen. Spawn clears out the rest of the site. Kiko eating a bit of spam early. He'll be able to get himself healed back up. Meanwhile, Scuba dancing around over towards that bench side, but it's going to be Kiko coming away with 2 kills. Associable, J both going to be taken down. Cristalli able to find the one, but nothing more. A 2v4 now. Spike still in tower. And Kiko already halfway to another run it back.
Love that.
Stop just trying to get deeper out onto this angle. Find anything that he can. Does he have a corner to tuck in? No, he does not. He's going to be burned to a crisp. What a read, whether it's Brock, whether it's Ethan making the call, either way, that secures the round win. NRG able to find 2 in a row.
It's just incredible. They're able to just barely find that open space. It's hard as the defenders. You've got to talk about how proactive you have to be, but it is Fracture, so you end up not always being able to cover all your bases. And NRG sniffs out the open space, starts dissecting players, removing them from the round one by one. Should be a little bit of time here to maybe consider going hunting, if you so choose. There's a little bit of money here, but a couple players pretty low on the side of Foot. Sop only at 150 credits, but does have the Blade Storm, so he's A-okay.
He got Zeus 2 charges from a showstopper. Feels like NRG just taking the measured play to not try to eventually funnel some more over to him. One around to be found. And Sociable just dead from behind.
Nice positioning there from Kiko. It was a great job. We've seen some really good reads on where some of these teams want to position themselves for their ults, and the other team has the counter quickly to try to deal with it. So some really good preparation being shown. Blade Storm is gonna go. Once again, looking for some kind of pressure. I mean, this has been their kind of go-to plan here early.
Scuba far enough around that corner to not get spotted if this north side swing does continue. Pulls off the camera for now, but now we'll have the spot out as the cam gets cleared. We have to know that he's going to be on that arcade side, but seems like Foot off the back of that haunt, sussing out that this is going to be another A hit coming in. So he's going to be chucked out. Cristalli unable to clear that Prowler fast enough, but Sop arriving, has the tailwind away. Convergent paths ends up getting sent. Mata goes diving forward. From up and over the top, Sop cannot deliver a single kill. Only a tiny lick of damage onto Kiko. Zeus has arrived on the scene. Spike stuck on site, paint shell. Gonna be good to get a good amount of damage and pushes Brock out into the open, but he narrowly is able to find that elimination. That means that Zeus now down to 30. Tries to create some pressure around the back, but it's gonna be Scuba on this flank now arriving. Finding the first, Sociable with a tap, and he will quickly fall thereafter. Scuba finds the final 2 in NRG. 1 round away from tying things up.
And I wouldn't be too surprised now to see a timeout from Foot. We never did see one from NRG. They held it close to the vest. You've got to be kidding me, Mata. That is ridiculous. The no-scope blinded up. Gets the kill anyway. And then Scuba pressured early in the round and just uses that against his opponents to slowly work his way through to have the dagger to seal the round. And indeed, it will be Foot's timeout now in our Coinbase win condition. I think you just got to stop going dish so much. I mean, it's just been too much of that where they're trying to get those early crunches. You know, Foot had a lot of success with this, especially against Full Sense, but also a little bit against Vitality where you're able to catch that, you know, first player out a little bit, maybe get that quick pick or at least force them back to make the quick rotations. And they try to do that here, but the fact that Sop doesn't get any value out of that Blade Storm, really brutal in terms of finding a win condition for that round.
Yeah, and I think a big part of this is just trying to pick the players up a little bit more here. Clearly have cooled off a bit. Zeus, I mean, not expecting him to have the same level of impact with his raise as he was having on the Waylay. He's looked very, very strong on that. But him at 4 kills, right there with him. And then Crystalli again with a bit of a soft start into this map in particular. There's a lot of things that you want to just try to key up, tune up, and fix going into this next round. Otherwise, NRG, they're going to be breaking your economy again and tying up the scoreline. Granted, you are starting from this defender side. There's still a lot to try to tally as Mada's going to be able to continue with these operators for quite some time. There's plenty of cash available to NRG, and Kiko nearly has that next run it back.
Yeah, it's a pivotal round for Foot. Showstopper in there. You get a buy-in. Get this to go. You're going to give yourself a really good shout at an even or positive half. But if you don't, NRG might just start streaking once again. This time they're aggressive on the south side. I like this. I like this a lot more. Look at this deep trip on B, too, from Yedajay over at Gen.
Oh, face forward, and Sop will just immediately find that kill. Trip is now going to be cleared. Mana checking back that operator at the ready. Still, no prowlers. Try to face in this. They nearly line up. Crystalli lucky to not be taken down at the same time. The Haunt now going to be invested, but they are already well aware of what is waiting them on the other side. Kiko, however, going to be found. Neural theft immediately chucked out. Seeing these players retreating back through the spawn, Associate's going to try to find the catch, and he does. Brock dead. The spike now dropped. Scuba has to be careful on this recovery. Will be able to find the spike, but you still have Crystalli tucked back on the A site. Takes his way up and over the top, and seems like they're trying to assess which way they should go, but it's just going to be down 6 feet under. There's Mata now spotted, trying to clear this corner. The shot will whiff. Refracts back around the corner, but Yedajay has him outdone. The headshot found the operator, going to be lost, and Foot able to maintain a lead.
That's huge. Really nice timeout call here. Going to get that early pick onto Ethan, who's just not quite ready for that full push out. And Yedajay having a laugh over that one. And here's the crazy thing, didn't need to use the showstopper there as Foot. So you still got that in your back pocket.
Crystalli gets one away from that Nightfall.
Yeah, really nice round from Crystalli. Great hedging of your bets there as Foot, saying, okay, we've got control over B. Let's send one to A because we're giving up a little bit of space into mid towards our spawn. And that works a treat. Over up onto the north side. So now NRG saying, okay, we know you're not doing those dish pushes anymore.
They heard the tap of the door, but does give it the space. Orbit collected. Crystalli now with a Nightfall online. Yedajay trying to watch the camera, has a tiny little gap to peek through, but Blazewall is going to be set up as well.
I think they're going to try to pop the trip over on Mata's side and then set up for the execute. Try to see if they can pull some players. Or they might just change directions if he just gets enough space.
For now, it's a massive scale forward in the tower. Yedajay, curveball goes in a little bit behind him, but still can't get the vision out, so will end up getting picked apart. He go out in front of this Molly. The rest of the team going to be held back by it for the moment.
You.
Will be the Haunt. Start things off first, but the clear comes in. Tap of the plant. Nightfall at the ready. Ethan, however, playing front gen. Very much catches them off guard. It looks like Sop at the same time and taking damage. She's down to 30. Nightfall going to be sent. Kiko will end up getting marked. Not quite enough of a spacing to be able to avoid that. The chuck forward though. Ethan dead. Paint shell now out. Saturate will be able to connect, slowing them down a little bit, and Kiko still trying to find his way out of this corner. The curveball going to be sent through, but blinds himself up, but it's going to be the covering fire out from tower. They're trying to keep him in this round, and Scuba will be able to find Sop. NRG rally right back into this one as operators are going to be collected. One round away from tying this up.
Yeah, and it's just a really good counter read here from Ethan, doing a nice job at the beginning of the round, understanding that the methodology has changed for Foot, so we can change ours. Using that Phoenix really nicely to clear some space as Kiko. That's huge there. Talked about what a problem Yedajay can be. To eliminate him early from that B site makes it oh so much easier.
They're going to be carrying this double operator forward.
Oh my.
No, that there isn't going to be one on the other side. So can give them some very favorable opening duels.
In fact, just a stinger for Yedajay. Couldn't even buy up here. So this is going to get potentially a little weird.
Scuba will let Mata able to quickly turn back around, but it's a little bit of a delayed reaction, and Sop is actually able to find Mana, finds a further away player, and now Scuba frantically trying to find something that he can get. Manages to find the one kill, but Zeus will trade it back up. That puts Foot now in a key advantage position. C's gonna be out, Cristalli isolated, taken down off the decay. J, however, still here with that stinger. He's able to finish the job, swaps over to the Classic, eventually will be fished out as Brock finds that elimination now, the orbital strike available for him, as the spike will get planted.
Spike planted.
Launching smoke.
This guy smoked down, just trying to slot his way out towards main, and he's able to win the fight versus Zeus as well. Tap now, called in the orbital strike. Pushing Sociable off of that plant, the molly. Gonna be layered in as well, just no chance, no way to even try to hold this one a half.
Smoke's down.
This guy's smoke cleared. Ethan getting the spot, the tap, he's anticipating this re-wrap. Takes down Brock. And now into the 1v1, the defuse being stuck. Can he just hold it to completion? He absolutely can! A Red Bull clutch! As Foot get up to 6, and he somehow manages to survive.
That is so unbelievably well played there by Sociable. That smoke positioning, so good. Reminds me of what Forsaken did on Sunset the other year. You put it just a little bit in front of you, and it makes it a lot harder for the opponents to guess where you're at. And he even gives himself an angle to play around the side. That's gotta feel good.
The tension buildup and the relief, but it has still been some back and forth. I'm sure the coaching staff would love to see some consecutive round wins to close out this half. NRG still with an opportunity to try to tie this up. We still are gonna have money widely for another bye. Win or lose this round.
He gets one away from the convergent pass there. Sociable will have his ult though.
They slow things down. Scuba tucked over bench. Can try to get the up and over with this jet.
So tempting to just try to wait out Scuba there to see if he'll maybe push around the other side. Instead, they do end up clearing the trip. Are they going to try to take the zip here? Or are they just going to hold Zeus in the back to watch for him?
He's just going to be waiting to try to intercept that flank. They have a solid enough read on his position, but they still need to be able to try to hold the line here at the A side. Saturate going to be chucked in, Sop able to tuck back, dodges that one out of the orbital strike. Locks off Ethan for the moment. Cloudburst down, they fill this space, 40 seconds remaining. It's gonna be Zeus now. Here, within the side of Paint Chill at the ready, could just chuck it into the corner. He would find an immense amount of value. But it's gonna be Sop, able to come away with one. Zeus now back towards Sands, finds Kiko. Sociable finds Ethan, and Scuba can't find anything. A flawless round to chain together another one, and Foot, they get up to 7, now looking for an 8 and 4 half.
Yeah, just the stall and coordination here from Foot, so nice. Sociable again, doesn't need to light up the kill feed, but he uses his ult to allow a reposition to just completely thwart this attack. And then NRG's left guessing where they're gonna be on site. And the reaction from Foot, so clean. So you still have just enough for most of a buy. Scuba only on a Guardian. Now you're going more of a default here for Foot. A little bit of a push out from Sop. But everybody else just trying to hold it be, just kind of guessing that this is how NRG is going to react. But Mana strikes from behind.
A bit of a bait there.
I know it.
Zeus trying to push forward. Meanwhile, Sociable not ready to get off the iPad. Mana takes it out of his hands. An amazing start to this round here for NRG, who very much need this round win. Zip across to the south side from Cristalli. J trying to push forward through that cage. Will be able to find one. Scuba eliminated. But as that smoke will fall, so too shall J as Sop is the last one. A 1v3. Looks for Ethan, finds it. Let's work down the 12 health. Now the 1v2, the reposition. Kiko wrapping around through Canteen. The Molotov there to buy some time. A shout out to a squad that could not qualify, and Sop widely feeling like this round is likely going to be done, and it is. Kiko is able to get NRG up to 5.
Maybe a little shout out to Alfier. It's his birthday, so that could be it. But
could be.
Ooh, what a back and forth. But again, really solid defender side stuff from Foot.
I mean, after a 4-0 start, you got to be feeling decent about that one for NRG, but this needs to be an immaculate defense. If Foot can find another pistol, that might just be curtains.
I saw that Hazza was co-streaming today, so I had to come and say hello. How's it going up here?
Yeah, it's good. You know, it's a little bit more relaxed than being on the broadcast, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, don't get too comfortable. We need you back in VCT EMEA. I'll be asking you about that after we finish.